Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be getting glam together. I know my last video was kind of this style video, but sometimes I just love sitting down, hanging out with you guys, playing with makeup. I feel like it just feels like we're girlfriends hanging out, playing with makeup. I really want to recreate a look that I did last week. I was wearing it in my Amazon favorites video part 2. So many of you guys loved it. I really loved that look. That day when I did my makeup, I was kind of just playing with makeup. I was super inspired by Jamie Page Beauty. She did a 3 looks 1 palette with the TATI Beauty palette, and so I really loved the color combination and I was like, I want to recreate that. So I ended up with that really dramatic look, and today I want to do it again because I loved it. I felt like even though it was so bold and dramatic, it is very wearable because you guys know I love my neutrals, but whenever I do play with some color, I do like to make it as realistic as possible. And so yeah, that is what we're going to be doing today. So that is why I'm very simple. I'm wearing like just hoops and a black bodysuit covered in some very lovely dog hair, which is going to go perfect with the eye makeup. But yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Of course, don't forget to grab a snack. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. So I did my brows just because you guys have been seeing me do them in like every single video, so I was like, we gotta skip them today. So I'm gonna start off by just priming my lids. I'm gonna use my NYX Proof It eyeshadow primer, which I love. There was a point where I never used eyeshadow primer. I only used concealer, but now I love eyeshadow primer. I feel like it makes such a big difference. So I am just gonna apply that and then blend it out with this brush. Just like a big concealer brush. This one is from Amazon. So today I am using my TATI Beauty palette. I have really been enjoying this palette. I feel like you can create a lot of different looks with it, and I've really been loving it. We're gonna play with some glitter. We're gonna do something bold today, so I'm very excited because I just don't really play with color all that often because I'm just so drawn to the neutrals, and I feel like most of us are. But yeah, this is what we're gonna use today. I'm basically gonna just use this entire palette. So I'm gonna start off with the soft matte cream color, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. Of course, you don't have to do this. I know that a lot of people don't like to set their primer. I personally just like to have a nice like even base, so that's why I like to do it, but of course, it's personal preference. Now I'm jumping into this soft brown color right in my crease. Every single look that I've done with this palette, I always start off with this shade. I feel like it's perfect as a neutral blending color. When I'm doing my transition color on this side, I don't know why I feel the need to put my hand right here. I feel like it helps to blend this side because this is not my good side. My right side is my good side, maybe because I'm right-handed. So maybe it's like a mind game. I feel like putting my hand right here helps me to blend this eye better. And now I have a cute little mark on my face, so that's cute. I think, oh no, that's eyeshadow. I was like, wait, was I pressing on my skin that hard? That's literally eyeshadow on my finger. Cute. Next, I am taking this shade down here, which is like the burgundy color. And I'm just gonna be taking that. And I'm gonna start applying that right on the outer crease, bringing it in towards my crease as well. I feel like this brush is a little too big. I always do that. I really want to get it in there in the crease area. And I'm just going to kind of blend that out towards the lid area. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to add other colors, but I kind of want that to be like the main crease color. And I'm just going to blend out the edges of that. I know that this looks choppy. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to use other colors over top. I kind of just placed the shadow there just to really get that crease to be very burgundy and very bright because I want that to really pop against the colors that we're going to use on the lid. So I know that it looks crazy, but it's because I'm not really focusing too much on blending that because, you know, like I said, I'm going to go over top of it. So bear with me. I'm sure there's probably a much better technique, but this is just what works for me. Not with that fluffy brush. This one's from Profusion, by the way. I'm gonna just kind of take that same burgundy color to blend out that crease. Make it very smoky. Okay, so now that we have a nice like fade right in the crease, we're gonna focus on covering this up right now because I didn't really focus too much on blending that just because, again, we're about to cover it up right now. Going in with this navy metallic shade. I love this. It's very wet. It's very buttery. I am going to take this and I'm going to spray my brush. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. I like to start in small sections when I'm doing most of my shimmers, but especially with a color that's a little bit darker, just because I really want to concentrate that product and I want to pack it on. And I want to focus this right on just my lid, not bringing up into the crease because I want the crease to have, like, again, that burgundy color in there. I am going to be adding glitter to this. I kind of, when I did this look, since it was like so dramatic, I wanted to start off like gradually and then work my way up with the glitter because I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, to be honest. So I wanted to start with the metallic first, but I felt like with the glitter, it really brought everything together. I feel like glitter always makes everything better when you're doing a makeup look. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna be adding some black. I talked about this in my last makeup tutorial, but I love the black in this eyeshadow palette. I think it is like a true black, which is my favorite thing about it. So I am gonna go into the black color in the palette and I'm gonna be applying that on the outer crease. I'm gonna use this really tiny little Luxe brush, or I believe it's a Luxie. Yeah, Luxie 121. And I'm just going to take this and I'm gonna run the black right on just the outer part a little bit. I'm gonna go in with some glitter. And I feel like this black against the glitters, it just contrasts so well. It really makes the glitter pop. So that's why I really love it. Pretty much just on the lower part of the crease because I still want this part, or I guess lower part of the lid, because I still want the crease to have that pink burgundy color, which is gorgeous. When I first do the makeup, it always looks scary, but then I feel like once I get the look going, it starts to come together, especially once I put the lashes on and I finish up the rest of my makeup. I went up a little too high in there, so we're gonna fix that. I'll say though, what I love about this palette is like, if you mess up a little bit, it's really easy to fix. Like, the mattes are very easy to blend and work with, which I really, really like. So I'm gonna go into this glitter right here, which is like incredible with this look. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for the metallic shade. And I'm just going to dip my brush and really pack on that glitter. There is fallout for me personally, so I like to just dip my brush in ever so lightly so I don't get an excess amount. You really don't need a ton of this, like a little bit of it does go a long way. Your finger also does work really well with these glitters, like really makes them pop. So I find that pressing the glitters down will prevent you from getting excessive fallout, so don't swipe, but press. So that's pretty much it as far as the eyeshadow. Of course, later on we're gonna finish up the lower lashes. I'm just gonna pop on some lashes. I'm not really sure which ones I wanna use, to be honest. I usually put on the lashes like this without glue to see how I'm gonna like them. I think I'm gonna like these because I don't wanna take away from the glitter. That's why I'm not doing any winged liner or anything. So I think I'm gonna use these. So these are from Sawed Lashes in the style 5 Stacks. They just look like this. One thing that I also wanted to mention that I just did like while my lash glue was drying, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out and I don't know if it's really going to come off and show on camera, but I added a little bit of this light glitter. So what I did was I took my Anastasia number 18 brush and then with the top of it, I just dipped into that glitter. So literally just right on the top of the brush. And I wanted to kind of make this part stand out a little bit, sort of almost like a glitter cut crease sort of thing. So I took that lighter glitter and I kind of just wanted to run that right in like the socket of the eye, you see, and it kind of looks like glitter liner, but I just really want that to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Distinguished, to pop, to stand out. So that's why I just took the glitter just right on the tip of the brush and, oh, I'm using too much. just right in there, you see? I feel like mixed with the metallic like blue glitter, it kind of pops. I think you can kind of see it right there, what I'm trying to do. I feel like I brought this in a little bit too much in here, the eyeshadow, but it's all good. We're gonna just go with it. You know, I always say progress, not perfection. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into the skin, of course. I'm gonna start off by just priming. I'm gonna use my Kokie Get Ready Makeup Priming Spray. And then I'm gonna use my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer, which looks like this. I did like a video on this and the Fenty Hydrating Primer. I feel like the Fenty one does a better job at prolonging my makeup, but I really like the way that this feels. I feel like I need some moisture on my skin, so I feel like for that, it's really good. Like under makeup, if you have super dry skin and you're on a budget. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer just to really make that makeup last, because like I said, the Pretty Fresh one that I just used, it's nice, it feels good, but I feel like it doesn't do the best job at prolonging my makeup for like a really long period of time, whereas the Milk one does. So I'm gonna put this also everywhere. I just wanted a little extra hydration today because I feel like my skin needs it. Okay, for foundation, I'm actually gonna be mixing two foundations. I don't know why I've just been loving mixing foundation so much, but I'm gonna use the ABH Luminous Foundation, which this one, I'm not honestly obsessed with it. I'm just trying to use it up. If you watched my last makeup video, I told you guys that I'm just trying to like use up products in my collection. I'm gonna mix some of my Reset Liquid Matte Foundation from Hailey's Beauty. I love mixing matte and luminous foundations just so I can kind of get the best of both worlds. This one is in 4.30 warm. It's a little too dark for me, but I feel like with the ABH foundation, it's gonna work out perfect. I've pretty much been mixing the Hailey's Beauty one with a lot of my foundations, and I really love the way that it looks. Let me take these off. Of course, I'm using my Dose of Colors sponge. Okay, so I'm noticing that this eyelash is giving me a little bit of a hard time, so we're gonna reapply it because the inner corner is like coming up and it's not cute. So I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Creamy Concealer. I'm gonna use the shade Medium 90W and Light 50W. I'm gonna start with 90W, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of 50 over top just because I want a little bit more of some lighter concealer today, just because the foundation, I know it's a little bit dark, so this is gonna kind of just balance everything out, hopefully. I literally have glitter on my face. That's the only thing for me. I guess maybe using a glitter glue might help as far as like it's sticking better, maybe not falling all over the place, but I always end up getting glitter fallout, and I feel like it's because I'm also super heavy-handed with my makeup, and you guys always tell me in the comments. I feel like also it's because like when I put my sponge down, there's like just fallout and stuff everywhere, like makeup is flying all over the place as we speak, and then I feel like that's probably why. Darn. Okay, whatever, life goes on. So we're just going to move on, do some powder. I was looking through my makeup, and you guys know I pretty much always alternate between the Hailey's Beauty Retouch Loose Setting Powder, which is my current holy grail, or the Collab Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder. Those are my two absolute favorite translucent powders, but I was looking through my makeup and I found this Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder, and I remember liking it, I think. I'm pretty sure I used it like once or twice, so I was like, let me use it again, just again to switch up my products. I get so comfortable and I start using a lot of the same things, and I want to, you know, be able to use different stuff on my channel, of course. So I know that this is kind of weird, but I'm going to use some powder with a brush. I've been switching it up. I've been doing my powder with a sponge and then also with a brush. I like that look, so we're going to go with it. Oh, I forgot about my lashes. Just got powder on them. I am a mess in today's video. It does look really pretty. I can't say that I like it more than my Hailey's or my Collab one, but It does look really pretty. Let's use CoverGirl today. CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. This one is in the shade Deep. It's just like their tinted brow gel, and I'm just gonna run that through the brows to set them and then also take away any powdery residue that I may have on them. Jumping back to the Tati Beauty palette, of course, what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to take this shade down here, the burgundy color. I'm also going to be doing some black. So I'm basically going to be mixing those two right on the lower lashes. I'm also going to connect this up to the top. I like to do this especially with dramatic looks. I'm also going to be taking this color right here and I'm going to apply that in the inner corners and brow bone, just to really concentrate that color right in the inner corners, dragging it down a little bit, like right on that lower lash line. This next step is really what I feel like brought this look together and really made it pop. So when I was doing this look, I was going to just do a traditional black eyeliner, and I was like, you know what, let me do a little pop of color on the waterline. And if you guys watch me, you know that these are my favorite liners for a pop of color. They have so many colors. So these are the ColourPop BFF cream gel liners. They're so good. This one in particular is in the shade Prance, and it is amazing. It's like a periwinkle. It's beautiful. Need it, I will add more glitter. And of course, I'm going to use some lower lash mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Discovery. This one is one of my favorites because it's like a specific mini brush mascara, so you can really get in there and get your lower lashes. Okay, we are almost done. We're just going to do bronzer, blush, highlight, lips. So let's speed through this. So to bronze, I'm going to use the Thrive Cosmetics Sun Chaser Bronzer. This one is in the shade Rhea. It's just like a really nice bronzing powder. It's not too muddy. I really love this for bronzing and really contouring, to be honest. I feel like this makes you look kind of like you went to the beach, which is like my favorite thing ever. I'm also going to take this onto my chest just because it is exposed today. And I'm also taking this on my ears, my shoulders, just everywhere, just to look nice and bronzy. So for blush, I want to keep it a little bit more on the cool and pink side just because of the eye makeup, of course. So I'm going to use the Profusion Blush 2 palette. And I think I'm just going to be mixing these colors right here, just for a little flush on the cheeks. It's so pretty. I'm also going to do a little bit on my nose. So pretty, I love it. Then for highlight, I'm going to use the Catrice and Iman collab. I'm going to be using these two shades right here because they're a little bit more icy. Ooh, so pretty. Finally, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. I'm gonna use my ColourPop BFF lip liner. It's been a little while since I've used this, actually. I gave it a little bit of a break, but this is a classic lip liner for me. I always go back to it. It's so good. I'm gonna top that off with the Smashbox liquid lipstick in Fair Game. I feel like this is the perfect nude with this eye makeup. This is one of my favorite formulas too. It's so long wearing and it's very moussey on the lips, so it's not drying. Finally, of course, I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup. I'm going to use this Motives 10 Years Younger Makeup Setting Spray. It just looks like this. I only used this like once or twice, but it has a really nice spritzer. I've used another one of their setting sprays and I actually really did like it, so. And just like that, we are all done with this look. Hopefully you guys did enjoy getting glam with me. What do you think of this look? I really love it. This is probably one of my favorite looks that I've done. I mean, it's my version of like dramatic. I know to some people it might not be anything crazy, but I like to make things as wearable as possible. I mean, I wouldn't go to like a work meeting or something with this look, but I would definitely go to Target with this look. So, I mean, I like it. So hopefully you guys do too. Please feel free to leave more video requests down below. Leave your holy grails. Leave whatever you want down below in the comments. I would love to hear hear from you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me once again in today's video. I love you all, and I'll see you in a few days in my next one. Bye!